It's more than a trucker coming through in the building, man. We're gonna talk about a lot. Just a mic, just a mic. We got the new mic out here, man, because I know the trucking was giving a lot of background. Salute to my dog, Checkmate 10, man. Y'all go follow him. Y'all go subscribe to him, man. Good dude, man. But today we're gonna come to y'all, man. We're gonna talk about trucking and relationships, and I could talk about this topic forever, because as you know, Zoe been on and off in the same situation since I was 15 with my kid's mother. We got 4 kids together. That's still my, that's still my life and joy. At the end of the day, but we single now. We single. All the ladies that's gonna come through the chat. We single. We single. We single. But we're gonna talk about it, man, because I think that's one of the hardest things in trucking, dealing with a relationship. As far as man, we could talk about this forever, y'all, but we're gonna get into it. Dealing with a relationship in trucking is one of the hardest things, as far as like a relationship with your kids, as far as like a relationship with your girl, as far as like the relations that you built with your friends, your brothers. I got brothers, I don't got friends. The easiest is probably your brothers. Of course, they understand everything, you know what I mean? But man, you gonna miss the Joan and the Joseph, even though you can pick up the phone and call them. But I got real brothers, you know what I mean? So like, oh my guys, man. So just seeing them, you know what I mean? Like, man, that's it's priceless. You know what I mean? When we together, it's a movie, dog. You know what I mean? And that's how we shoot movies, uh, in real life. But okay, so dealing with like the next easiest will be your woman, but I'm gonna say for me, it's up in the air, your kids or your woman. More so because your kids understand the decision that you make, and your woman understand too. But your kids, it's like, long as I could talk to daddy, long as I could see daddy on FaceTime, long as daddy come see me every other week, or daddy, okay, you know what I mean. And but you on the inside, like my situation, I was with my kid's mother since I was, like I said, so I was 15 years old when we got together. And let me see, I left. I never left her. You know what I mean? I left when I was 21. So when I had left, she had my son. He was one or two, turning two when I had ended up leaving. And the thing is about that situation, like I was there I'm a real father. You know, I take pride in being a real father. I'm there every step of the way. And like I said, I never left my son and my girl at that time. Even though I think we was broken up at the time that I went and got my CL. We was going through it. So that's how I can tell y'all the truth about what's really going on with this situation. Um, if you don't have no kids and you don't got no girl, just hit the like button for your dog, man. Cause I know y'all out there willing and dealing and kneeling and slutting and whistling and then that thing. Same with the women. If you ain't got no kids or no old lady or no old, or if you ain't got, if it's a lady watching, you ain't got no man or no kids. Uh, yeah. Just hit the like button and subscribe for your dog. More than a trucker in the building. But for my situation, leaving my son, the hardest thing I ever did. Cause man, I was that first time that I left. If you don't get your CDL in the same state that you live in, and you got to go out of state to get your CDL. A lot of times they sometimes they want you to have your permit, but sometimes at that time, Prime, I went to Prime, my first trucking company ever. They didn't want me to. They didn't care if I had my permit. I could have got it there. So when I had went there, I was studying for the test and everything. But when I had went there, let's just say through the whole stage, like 2 different stages you got to go. You got to get your permit, go out and train, come back, go out and train for like 3 weeks, get your CDL, come back, test for your CDL, go out for another 30,000 miles. That could take 4 months. I can't even remember how long. I don't even want to remember. That's how long it was. Miserable dealing with other people. But uh, it was a goal of mine to get my CDL, and I didn't want to go back home until I had it. So I live in Indianapolis, Indiana, so it was easy for me to swerve it through home a lot. You know, not often, but often. You see what I'm saying? So I got to see my kid's mom and my son pretty much a lot. Uh, so the thing that killed me on that road was just missing my son. Cause like I said, I'm the type, I know what I'm up against. You know what I mean? Like, you telling a woman I'm about to leave and go to prison. what come with that? You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, my pops always told me like my pops did 13 years in prison. He came out, he had a woman already. He was married. He got married right after he got out. I was like, man, how you know she really yours, man? He like, a woman gonna always treat theyself, but long as when I call, she pick up the phone and don't let me find out about it, we good. And I was like, damn. Bad, y'all got a phone call, but I was like, damn, pops, like how the hell you? But shout out to my pops, my OG man, taught me a lot of game behind that wall, man. And yeah, but anyway, back to the topic. But yeah, when you out here, man, long as your woman, long as you don't see it, and I ain't the type to go through phones. It's like if you leave in a situation, you expect her to, man, you gotta just expect the worst, man. Cause I see a lot of times, like when I was younger, I used to go into TAs, and I see a lot of drivers, man, they just like, my wife left me, my kids hate me, and that's the chances you taking when you coming out here, because you don't know your situation, or you can't see the future of what your trucking situation gonna look like. Only thing you could do is hope for the best to make the moves to get back home. You see what I'm saying? So as far as like dealing with that with my kids, and man, it was tough me seeing my son on FaceTime all the time. You know what I mean? But I got through it. I got through it. It was tough for me and my kid's mom, because it's just like I said, it's the first time I ever left her, and it was tough for her. To the point I ain't like, I'm a loner. You know what I mean? But I ain't. You see what I'm saying? I love. I love you showing me you love me, but at the same time, I was kind of like, I was like, I wouldn't say irritated with the calls all the time, but I got tired of it. I hate talking on the phone now, because I just got tired of talking on the phone so much, dealing with this journey that we call truck driving. So, like I said, yeah, my son probably was the hardest, and then my kid's mother, because that was still like, even though we was going through what we going through, that was still my dog. You know what I mean? And I appreciate her, because also, man, make sure you got a solid foundation in the woman. Every man know what type of woman they got. Make sure that woman gonna keep them babies safe. Make sure she can mentally take care of herself. Make sure she can mentally understand the decision that she about to put herself in. Don't just leave her. You see what I'm saying, with the baby. Now, we deal with mental health out here. It's mental health so real. Like, make sure she's able to take whatever you about to do with your next steps in life, because she could not be strong enough, especially if you've been there for 2 years. She could not be strong enough to deal with what the next journey that you got planned for yourself. So, fellas, make sure that's really what you want to do, and make sure that your lady can hold it down, dog. Make sure you got a rider on your hand. And same vice versa with the woman. If you got kids or a husband, make sure he can hold it down. Make sure he understand what's about to go on in the life that you about to be living. Because you're not gonna be gone forever. You see what I'm saying? It's just a moment. You see what I'm saying? For you to change your life and and put your family up here and make your family life better. So that was what I was dealing with a lot. And then when you out here on the road, man, you got so much access. You go in Walmart, you know, Walmart. Walmart, that's for the fella. Yeah, you hit that Walmart up, or that Target, or sometimes you able to hit the mall up. What? And when you single, you could do your thing out here. So I ain't really talking to the single man out here, because you can have your way. I don't know if y'all like paying for it. I don't really like paying for nothing. I ain't to pay. I'm selfish. Like I go out there. I ain't saying I'm always. I ain't saying I ain't the type that chase my type, but sometimes you just gotta. We'll talk about it later, but so I ain't talking to the single fellas out here. This is strictly for relationships and trucking. Relationships and trucking. When you gone out there on that road, you gonna feel like you missed the world. It was 1 year that I was gone. All my family kept having barbecues, like my brothers. It was just so much that I had to deal with being gone, because it's like everybody was just moving on in life, and here goes Zoe trucking. And it was stressful. It was stressful for me to deal with that because like I love my family. You see what I'm saying? I love my family as far as my kids' mother and my kids. Then I love my family as far as my brothers, my aunties, my mom. It was hard for me to deal with, but I was happy that I had a support system as far as like my kids' mother, uh, as far as like my kids' mother, my mom, my auntie, my brother, my son. I had a good support system for my kids for them to understand like, okay, Zoe gone, we're gonna be here for the kids. It's kind of like going to prison. I hate to say it, but I remember when my pops went to prison and my uncles them stepped in, you know what I mean, and looked out. So and then I had brothers that are like I got friends that's been my friends, but they really my brothers. They come get the kids, take them, to the Kings Island, take them to the park. They'll do all type of stuff for my kids. So my support system was sound, bulletproof. You see what I'm saying? And even though me and my kid's mother wasn't together, I know I keep saying that, but I got to keep saying it's about relationship. Even though we wasn't together, she made sure that she made. Oh, my bad, y'all. Look, man, see, look at me, man. I already got there lusting out here. I ain't even hit the road yet, man. Yeah. But my kid's mother, she always made sure I was straight. She made sure my kids were straight, and she even called me and make sure my mental was good, as far as like the steps that I'm taking. Make sure that everything was good with me. So, fellas, when you get out there, man, know what type of woman you got. Please know what type of woman you got. The kids, make sure that she just able to take care of the kids, because you gonna be miles and miles and miles and miles away. And when you leave that house, like I said, I never left my kid's mother. So as far as like taking care of the house, taking the trash out, she had brothers that helped her out, look after her to where she got comfortable enough to know that this is the journey that I'm choosing and I'm not gonna be there. Uh it was my downfall as far as me missing my family, because I think that's been my downfall in trucking, because I didn't accomplish what I was supposed to accomplish, I guess you could say. But I was young, man. Like I got in at 21, I'm 30 now. So I'm 29 now. So I was young. I don't have no regrets because I had so much fun. I did so much, so many different things that I could possibly do. I had my family in the truck with me before. That'll be another video. I actually had my kid's mother and my son in the truck with me, because he's always a lover boy. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm a lover boy, man. I love, bro. But at the same time, sometimes I can't get my mind right to keep keep the glasses on the phone. Sometimes I look over here, look over. Y'all ever been in Walmart and seen something so bad walking past, and you with your girl, and you trying to hold on, and you just gotta give one of these, and then just that's me, man. I can't get right to save my mother in life, but I say by the time I turn 30, I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna change my life around. Stop all this lusting that I be doing, but woo, boy. I see why my pops got 7 kids, 5 baby mamas. But I only got one baby mama. I never wanted more than one baby mama, but I don't blame him. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna get into it. That's only one faithful man I ever met in my life, and that's my uncle. Be honest with you, he been married since he was about, I think, 16, 17. They both successful, nice house in Florida. And every time I see him, I always ask him like, damn, you never been with nobody else? Of course, before, but I'm like, why you married? Why you was with her? You never. He said, nah, why? He said, it's just a moment. He said, it's right here forever. I said, what? He said, it's just a moment. This right here forever. So I was asking him, like, how you know you got the right one? He ain't say if she bad. He ain't say if she look good. He ain't say if she cook. He said if she could follow your lead. And that could mean a variety of different things, right? But that's all he told me. And every time I asked him this, he tell me the same exact thing. And y'all want to know what else with him? I want to know what else. That my goal is to eventually. I think he tapped in with the Bible, man. We tapped in with the spirit thoughts. He tapped in with God, bro. And and that's the only way he told me that he was able to defeat the lust. I was like, damn, that's real, bro. Like that's the realest shit I ever heard, man. That's the realest shit I ever heard. And I'm young right now, but I'm getting old. And it's like, dog, you gotta figure it out, man. You can't be this way, because y'all know, man, men, women on here, y'all know, man, lusting don't lead to nothing but Shannon Sharp. We can name millions of people, but Shannon Sharp just as recent. Stephon Diggs with the cook. Y'all know that came out today. Stephon Diggs was messing with the cook, the chef. She was bad, and you know, like, so when you lusting, man, that's a man ultimate downfall is lusting, bro. So I got to get that under control myself. I want to get married one day. You know what I mean? I don't know who it's gonna be to, but I want to do right and get married one day. I ain't even gonna say one day because that could be 50. No, I want to get married as soon as possible. So a lover boy, you know what I mean? But I just got to keep these shades on and keep my eyes on the prize and not over here like I just was. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to the story, man. But it's hard, y'all. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But know what type of woman you leaving in that situation. If that's gonna be your woman, if that's your wife, know that she's strong enough to understand what you about to go through. Stepping out here on the road. If that's your husband, if that's your boyfriend, know what type of dude you got. Because when you get out here, your mind need to be focused on this road. You take your mind off of it, anything can happen. Y'all know we driving this type of equipment, one bad move, it's over. You see what I'm saying? We see it on the news all the time. One bad move, one look this way, it's over. So you gotta have your mind clear and your heart pure out here. You don't need to be crying. You don't need to be can't breathe, and now you gotta wake up. You can't go to sleep. You know, now you gotta wait. Y'all know what heartbreaks feel like. Oh, it had me. Boy, I was so sick one time, boy. I didn't want to get up and drive. Man, I was so sick one time. I didn't want to drive, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's how sick I was. Like, so I'm giving y'all the game because I know the game, like how stressful it is to deal with something like this. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this: if y'all got what y'all got and y'all know what y'all got, y'all good. You see what I'm saying? Have faith that she gonna do the right thing. You see what I'm saying? But just keep your heart pure, keep your mind clear, because anything can go bad at any time. You see what I'm saying? But just try to get you a goal. If that's your goal, you gotta make it back home. You can't stay gone forever, bro. The goal is to find a way to make it back home. Residual income, building whatever you gotta build to get back home. Another trade. I don't know. Some people just use trucking as a stepping stone to get somewhere else. If that's what you're doing, make it back home, bro. At the end of the day, your only goal is to make it back home. Because if you don't, she gone. The family gone. Everybody gone. You see what I'm saying? Everybody gone, bro. Ain't you gonna come back and you gonna be that miserable dude, 60 years old with no teeth in his mouth, driving the truck, man, and he ain't got no only thing he can tell you is about the stories. You see what I'm saying? He ain't got nobody. The kids don't mess with him because they ain't seen him. He ain't been the father. He sent the money. A lot of times, man, we get in the stage where we think money is powerful. Yeah, money do what it do, but presence is always more powerful than money. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you got kids and a wife. But you need the money. You need the money. I get it. But you got to be present also. So figure out a way to take the steps to make it back home. Uh, and man, we wrapping up, man. I got a lot of content coming y'all way. It's more than a trucker. We in the game. They let me back in the dough. They let me back in the dough. They let me back in the dough. The back door closed, and they didn't let me back in the dough. So we got to show y'all the truck. We got to show y'all take. I got a journey for y'all. I've been dealing with this truck, which is trucking, right? Can't be mad, man. Like, you dealing with equipment. I don't get in my feelings with equipment. Do it have me like, yeah, but I don't get in my. As long as I got the bread to take care of everything, we good. And that's the way I look at it. But we dealing with equipment, getting everything right before we go. Get up out of here Monday. Monday, I'm gonna bring another video to y'all because I'm picking up the trailer and we're gonna book our first load. So everything great, y'all. It's more than a trucker. Y'all boys be safe. Y'all women be safe. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. I don't celebrate holidays, but I'm gonna give it back to y'all. Happy holidays. The first is tomorrow. Everybody be safe. Don't get too. The first is tomorrow. Yeah, the first is tomorrow. Be safe. Don't get too up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know we still got them CDLs and call a Uber, man. Let your shorty take you out. You know, let the homies take you wherever y'all going. You going with the homies. Let the guys fall. You know what I mean? But we came to y'all, man. We dropped another banger about relationships and trucking. And more than a trucker out. Peace.